Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Let's go ahead and get into the Bible. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse number 17. Proverbs 21:17. The Bible says, "He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich." Now, before we get into what this verse is actually saying, and especially the deeper meaning of this verse, let me first note what it's not saying. Okay, so obviously, I know multiple people actually who are quite wealthy, and by all standards would be considered rich. Quite wealthy, and they love wine. Okay, and they love oil. Olive oil, all kinds of oil. And so, this is not to be taken in a necessarily literal way, okay? Because otherwise, this verse, just because of the people that I know, this verse would be completely false. But obviously, this is a philosophical verse, and so it's not literal, okay? So that's the first thing I want to point out, and so, the moment you love wine and oil, all of a sudden you'll be poor. No, that's not what it's talking about. And also, I want to point out that it says, "He that loveth pleasure," right? Not he that likes pleasure, because everybody likes pleasure. Everybody likes, to relax and to feel good. Play video games or knit or read a book or enjoy a cup of coffee. Whatever that may be, and none of those things are sinful. Okay, this is what the verse is talking about. Again, the words are key, what it's saying, and also, the philosophical meaning behind this, and the deeper meaning behind this, beyond the literal. And that is, he that loveth pleasure. Okay, a person that loves, not just but loves pleasure. It is the center of their focus, the center of their life. And let me tell you, that's a lot of people in this world. Okay, you look at really a lot of people, in the Hollywood culture and Hollywood circles, love pleasure, and it usually leads to debauchery and sin. But they are obsessed with feeling good. And in fact, in this generation, they're absolutely obsessed, so much so that when they're even just a little bit uncomfortable, they freak out and panic and need a safe space. It's absolutely ludicrous. But I digress. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. First of all, what does the Bible say, and what does God say that we're supposed to love? Remember the greatest commandment that Jesus himself said, but also it was noted in the Old Testament, because that's what Jesus was quoting. Love God, right? The greatest commandment. What's the second greatest commandment? Love others. If we are to direct our love to anyone or anything, it should be God and people, not pleasure. And the moment we start allowing pleasure to take center stage in our life, it will turn us into a poor man. And again, not monetarily, okay, but as far as meaning in your life and any substance in your life. Because I assure you, there are many people that I know who don't have a huge bank account. They don't have very much monetarily at all, but they have a very rich life. And then I know people who have a very large bank account, and their lives are quite empty. So just because you have wealth and money or even a big house, it doesn't mean that you're rich. And just because you don't have a big house, it doesn't mean that you're poor. And the key to all of that is, where are you directing your love? If you want to be a rich person in this life, then direct your love appropriately to God and to others. But if you want to be a poor person in this life, then love pleasure. I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.